What's up guys, in today's video I will be unboxing the brand new 13-inch iPad Air in blue along with this Apple Pencil Pro to go along with it. These were recently just announced last week and it came in the mail yesterday, so I wanted to get an unboxing done and show you guys this brand new iPad. This is my first time owning an iPad, so if you guys have any questions about that, then please feel free to leave those in the comments below or things you want me to test out. I'm a student, so that's kind of my mindset when I'm using these products. So if you have any sort of student-oriented questions or how to take notes on these or any of those, I'll be kind of learning that over the next few months, so let me know down in the comments below. Alright, so here it is. This is the iPad Air and the Apple Pencil Pro. I'm going to start off with the Pencil Pro first, just before we get into the larger 13-inch iPad Air. And let's take a look at it. Right away we can already see this new type of box design that they have on this one. It's got these cool little lines over it, so it's a little bit more fun than other Apple Pencils used to be. And there's just a little pull tab on this side where we can take it off. And then we can slide out the pencil like so. Designed by Apple in California. And let's see if we get any paperwork or stickers. Just stuff on how to magnetically charge this. That is the one difference with this pencil compared to the USB-C one, is that this one can magnetically attach to the iPad itself and you don't have to plug it into a USB-C connector or a charging port just to get it powered up. Alright, so I set all that aside for now and let's take a look at the actual pencil itself. It's wrapped in a little paper tab. If we pull this, it'll tear off. It has a smooth matte texture to it. And it looks pretty identical, I will say, to the second generation wirelessly charging Apple Pencil, but this one now has this Pencil Pro moniker right there. That's going to be one of the only ways to distinguish this one versus the other Apple Pencil. And also still has these removable tips where you can unscrew them and swap them out for new ones if you want. And new also with this pencil are the hover animations and like things where you can squeeze the pencil down here, and then it has a Taptic engine up there. And it'll give you clicking feedback as though you're actually like pressing the pencil. It'll also do things like barrel rolls, so like when you twist the pencil, it'll twist whatever drawing tool you have open. These are things that I'll probably go over a little bit later once I actually get the device all set up, so maybe in a future video I'll do a look at that. Otherwise, that's it though for this box for the Apple Pencil Pro. Alright, and now it's time for the main star of the show, this 13-inch iPad Air. So if we flip it over onto the back, we can see that this one is the 128GB model, which is the base one. They upped it by 64GB from last year's version. 128GB should be enough for many people, but they also should have options, I think, up to 1TB for this model, and up to 2TB for the Pro. Other things to note too is that this comes with a new Wi-Fi chip in it, and also a new color. Flipping it over to the sides, we have some color matched logos like this Apple logo here, and the iPad Air logo on this side as well. It may be a little bit hard to pick up on camera. I'll try to pan it a little bit and tilt it so you can kind of see the reflectivity, but that's kind of neat. Now that I flipped it over, we can open up using these little pull tabs right here. And now we should be able to lift it up and see the new iPad Air. And there it is, lifting up this paper that it's covered in. You can see here it is. It's very large compared to the previous one. The previous one was only 10.9 inches and now they have this 13-inch model. Before getting into that though, I'll just set this aside and we'll just see if there's anything else in this package. We get this one little booklet right here. Hopefully there's Apple stickers or something fun in here, but it's probably just legal paperwork. And yes, it does appear to just be that. A little startup guide, some tips, but sadly they don't give you any more Apple stickers like they used to. But what I am happy about is this braided cable. These are really nice and all the new iPhones are shipping with them as well. These braided cables look like they'll last a lot longer than the flimsier iPhone cables that we used to get. And to open up these, you can just pull on here on both sides. And it also comes with a recycled material. This appears to be about 3 feet or a meter, so that's about the amount of length that you get. I would definitely probably pick up a larger one if you're going to be using this by your bed or something and need to plug it into a wall still, because this isn't going to give you very much cable length, but at least it is braided and it's a nice cable. The cable also appears to me at least like a color matched version of the iPad's color, so to me this looks kind of like a light blue, but maybe it's still just white. I'll double check though online and maybe put something on screen here if it actually is real. Alright, now we have one more thing left in the package. It's this Apple charging brick. This one says it's 20 watts, I believe. Yep, 20 watts over there. So that's a decent charging speed for the iPads. And then you can also use this for your iPhones as well, since it's just USB-C. All right, and that's it for the box. Let's move on to the iPad itself. So to open it up, there's a little pull tab right here for this plastic, and we will get to see this sky blue color. And here it is. And it seems to have some sort of anti-reflective coating on it, because to me from this angle, it's not as bad as I've seen on other iPads previously. And this isn't a nanotexture model, those only come on the Pros, but this seems to have a decent anti-reflective coating already on it. Spinning it around over to the sides, we see 2 speakers over here and a Touch ID sensor that's a little bit shiny and it feels a little bit more glossy. On this side here, we have some matte volume switches, and then this area for the Apple Pencil to wirelessly charge. On the bottom, we have 2 more speakers and a USB-C charging port. The neat thing too with this iPad is that the camera is now horizontally located instead of on the vertical portrait orientation, so that'll make it a little bit easier when you're on a FaceTime call to kind of align yourself with the camera. But things like center stage should also help out with that, where it will make sure that you're in the right frame of the camera every time. One more thing I should also mention too is the camera up here. This one should shoot 4K 30 videos and at 12 megapixels for photos. And down here we have the iPad Air logo and the 3 pins if you want to connect this to a Magic Keyboard or another Smart Folio case. Other accessories that use these 3 pins should also be able to work on the iPad as well. This device already comes with 93% battery up here, so it already comes basically fully charged. So I'm going to start setting it up. We'll go through a language, country. Here we can adjust how fonts look. I'm going to go to default. And since I don't have an iPad previously, this is my first time using one, I will just set up without another device and I'll connect to my Wi-Fi network. All right, it looks like it needs to update, so we will update it later once I get it all set up. Go through some of the data privacy warnings, set up for myself, and now we can already get started with the Touch ID sensor. So Touch ID sensor is located at the top. At least it's the top when you're in portrait orientation. So if this is used kind of like a laptop would be, with this webcam kind of being faced like this, then you'd have to look over on the left side. There we go, now I've added 2 fingerprints. We can create a passcode as well. All right, now let's finish up the setup. I'm not gonna transfer anything. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep this mostly as a fresh iPad for the start. And now it wants me to share audio recordings. I don't mind. So we'll say enter, and here we are. This is now the new iPad Air. I'll be using this primarily for school, so I'll be taking notes on this, watching videos, and maybe doing some light document work. I can already tell the 13-inch size is going to be really nice, especially to use with my 13-inch MacBook. I do a lot of researching, so things like that should come in handy, but I'll see how it actually performs in the real world a little bit later on. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing of the 13-inch iPad Air. It's a pretty neat device, and it's awesome to see it in a 13-inch size now instead of just being limited to the Pros. If you guys have any questions about it, leave those in the comments below. As always, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to more tech content like this in the future with the iPad Air. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Tech Device News.